Hey, what's up, kids? My name is Chris, and I am a Pokepreneur. And man, I am super excited to be jibber-jabbering with you about month one, the month one progress report of the Pokepreneur journey. It's exciting on a number of phases, but mostly because this is the honeymoon phase, right? Whenever you start a new relationship, you start something new, it's fun, it's exciting, it's maybe a little bit nervous, a little bit scary. So that is what month one was for me. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking very quickly, just a reminder of what being a Pokepreneur actually is. So there's a few rules that we're gonna live by. First off is we're gonna run a zero balance collection. So what that means is I'm basically gonna bootstrap my collection. I got rid of all my cards last year, as I said, and if you guys want to go back and listen to the origin story, link is in the description below. But I basically went and sold off all of my cards. Started with 0 cards. Month one, no cards to my name. And my plan is to build up a collection without spending any of my money. And we're going to do that by buying and selling, and then only keeping the things that fit my collection, which of course that is the minimalist collecting style. So I have to have very specific things I'm going to collect. I'm not going to collect everything, otherwise I become a hoarder. And as we know, I have a hoarding problem. So this first month, the budget, the investment that I put into this was $20. I had $20 left over for some birthday money that I had. So that is what I'm using to build this collection. And we can see that's the the example right there. Why I'm doing this? Well, mostly because to some of you this money may look a little weird. I'm in Canada, so every single dollar amount that I'm going to be talking about is going to be in Canadian funds. So sometimes the numbers might not line up. Like if I'm saying I'm selling this for this number of dollars or bought this for this number, you're like, whoa, you overpaid or you underpriced. The numbers aren't going to quite line up because the exchange rate from Canadian to American is a little bit. And I know by virtue of sheer population, most of the people watching this may end up being American. So that's your heads up. And the numbers that I'm going to be using are Canadian dollars. So month one. Whew. Okay, here's the thing. I took off a year of Pokemon collecting. And because I didn't want to be tempted to go back into it, I didn't pay attention to what was really going on in the world. And when I hopped in, July 2021, I gotta tell you, kids, things were bonkers. I remember when I first got into Pokemon, I could go down to Walmart and there'd be tons and tons and tons of Pokemon stuff, like going back multiple expansions, right? Like, and then now I had to hit to Walmart and the shelves are bare. I go to like other stores, like Toys R Us, nothing. Any other place that used to have cards, there is nothing. And I'm like, how the heck am I going to do this if I can't actually find any cards to buy? And I mean, I'm hearing stories about like people in Targets that are just like waiting in lines to get cards. People are pulling guns on people. Like, I'm having second guess or, kind of second guessing my real want to get into this collection. Like, do I really want to get into a situation where I'm going to be like duking it out for a pack of Pokemon cards? Like, whoa. I don't know. So anyways, I had a look at like Facebook Marketplace and like local classifieds, and the secondary market was just nuts. Like people buying things like, elite trainer kits that I used to go and, pay 50, 60 Canadian for are now like $100. Like that's just rough. People are selling single booster packs, $10, $12. Like, what is that? So anyways, I needed to make sure that if I'm going to bootstrap my way, and kind of do a zero balance collection, I can't be buying Pokemon cards like at stores. I have to be buying them on the secondary market, which honestly I think in the end works out a heck of a lot better because there's because people are buying all this product, they're trying to pull these great cards, they're trying to get them graded and all that stuff. There's a surplus of something in the market. That's bulk cards. So that is where I made my play, kids, is with bulk cards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the first month. Again, the first month was just learning the landscape. I didn't expect to make any money. I didn't expect to really improve my collection at all. It was just to get an understanding of what is happening in the Pokemon market. And like I said, it was pretty freaky deaky. Like it shocked me, and I was like, I'm out, kids. I'm out. But here's the thing: is my passion for it kind of took over. I mean, this is something that I I can do with my kids. That's one of the reasons why I love being, like into Pokemon, is because I have nostalgia for it. Nostalgia's my thing, and I try to get my kids into like the same nostalgia things that I have. I tried Ninja Turtles, GI Joe, Transformers, He-Man, all that stuff, and they get interested for a bit, but it's fleeting. Pokemon, it sticks because it's new and it's nostalgia, and so it works awesome with me and my kids. So that is really why I think Pokemon is solid for me, is because I can bring the family into it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a little spreadsheet that I put together and show you guys the exact numbers for the month, like what I bought and what I sold, and you can kind of, we'll look through it and see how I did for the month. All right, kids, so first things first, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might want to go full screen. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see the spreadsheet here, and maybe down the road as I get a little more tech savvy, I'll be able to kind of like zoom in, but for the time being, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. So what we're looking at here is, there's kind of two sides of this spreadsheet. This side over here is going to be the things that I purchased, and this is going to be over here what I've sold. We've got some charts and some numbers, which I'll go through and kind of explain everything as we kind of go along to get a picture of what's happening here. So the very first thing that I purchased, and I'm calling it the Samuel lot, and the reason being is because actually the person I bought it from was named Samuel. I was working one day, and I've got these notifications for the local classified sites. Anytime someone lists something with the word Pokemon, I get a text message, so I just check it out. And I got a text message that there was a listing, and it was a garage sale. And I'm like, oh, a garage sale, that's awesome. I love garage sales. It was Wednesday. I was like, what kind of weird, janky garage sale happens on a Wednesday? I'm like, I don't care. They mentioned they had Pokemon cards, so that's good enough for me. So they actually had a phone number, so I gave them a call just to be like, hey, I saw your ad on Used Victoria. That's the name of the classified site. Are you having a garage sale? Yeah, we are. Do you still have those Pokemon cards? Yeah, we totally do. I'm like, okay. So I, decided just to go for a little walk, because it turns out they're actually just down the road from me. So hopped down the road, walked up to the garage sale. Turned out I knew it was a kid that I went to church with. I chatted with him for a bit, and he was selling, as the numbers there, is about 560 Pokemon cards. And I can't remember the exact price that he wanted, but he wanted like ridiculously nothing for it. So recognizing that the Pokemon world is absolutely crazy right now, I was like, okay, I'll give you $10. I think he wanted like $2 for this giant stack of cards. So I'm like, I'll give you $10 for it. In retrospect, I probably should have given him more. Just based on looking at here, like for example, I paid $10, 560 cards. Price per card, that is going to be kind of like my my benchmark here. I'm going to be using that a lot as my price per card. So the price per card was 2 cents. And I mean, it was all commons, uncommons. There was a few hollows and things like there. So anyway, so I grabbed that collection, flipped through it to see if there's anything that I needed in my collection. Turns out there was nothing that fit my criteria of being standard format and also being anything I could build a deck with in standard format. So I basically just I sold it all, put it into the the sell pile, and as you can see over here on the right hand side, these are kind of like the items that I sold. So I just kind of give everything a name. I probably don't even need to do that, but the amount that I sold it for, the number of cards, and then the price per card on the side here. So with Samuel's lot, I was actually able to sell enough to find this other lot that ended up being sold on Used Victoria. So $70 for 1,100 cards, which is a huge pile. So I grabbed that and managed to, so it's 6 cents per card is what I paid for it. I then took all the cards that I needed, because again, this was kind of like, it was better condition, like it wasn't kid owned. So there were some good condition cards in there. There was some stuff from Sword and Shield. So I kept all of that. Not all of it, sorry. Some of it. Sold the rest of it off. Made some more money and actually ended up buying a bulk lot from this card shop in Vancouver called Infinity Cards. So I bought that. Plus they had like this little bulk lot where you pay $30 and they give you six V cards. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll need some V cards. So I bought that. So total this month I spent $185 on cards, just from that initial $20 investment. Total was $21.65 cards. Price per card I paid 9 cents per card all total. We can kind of see over here the amount of cards that I sold in the month. So I sold $225 worth of cards. Number of cards that I actually sold was 2159. So you can actually see maybe I didn't keep a lot of cards. I'm just trying to go back and remember what I did throughout the month, but maybe I didn't keep that many cards. You can kind of see there's not really a huge amount there. Anyways, I'm not an accountant. Some of these numbers are probably going to be off, but this is more or less like a guideline, right? So anyways, price per card, 10 cents per card that I sold. Purchase price was 9 cents. So right there we see there's a challenge. Is that I'm buying cards. I'm either buying cards for too expensive or I'm selling them for too cheap. Like I'm making a penny per card. So probably not good from a business standpoint. I'm not going to be able to really sustain it at that price. Well, I could, but the amount of work required would just be just huge. So total profit for that month was $40. So going into the next month, I had $40 to spend on cards. So with month 1 all wrapped up, I had $40 in my pocket to move into month 2. Month 2, the goal is to still get to know and understand the landscape because it's still unfamiliar to me. Hopefully put a few more cards into my collection. Increase the profit margin, right? That penny is still, it's not that great. So that's what month 2 is going to be looking like. We're going to try to move forward. And kids, if you want to find out what happens in month 2, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. And if you dig what I'm doing, that like button is super awesome. So I would love to see you in the next video. I'd love to see you in the next month. I'd love to see you guys doing the same thing. Follow what I'm doing. Follow what I'm teaching. As we get more and more further into this journey, you'll be able to get a better understanding of what's going on. But emulate what I'm doing. If you are on a very low budget and you just want to put some cards in your collection without spending a lot of money, this is the way to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's entirely possible. You don't need to be going out and buying, hundreds and hundreds of dollars of product, especially product when it's not out there. This is how you're going to do it, kids. So please subscribe and follow me. All right, kids, you guys are awesome.